Hi, welcome to this video. In this video, we'll see how we can create an app service, how we can create deployment slot, then we'll swap our staging deployment slot into production, and for all these operations, we'll use Azure CLI. To start with, I will give you a brief description about what we are going to do. Basically, our app services are hosted by Azure on its environment, and to create app service we can basically use the UI which is provided by Azure, and we can also use the command prompt, that is Cloud Shell, and we can also use PowerShell. This video I have divided into various steps. Here you can see the first step is preparation. Next step is create an app service plan. Then we'll create a web app. Then we will create a staging deployment slot. Then we'll deploy our code to the staging deployment slot, and then we will swap the staging slot into production. For this video, I have referred a document from Microsoft, which is I will show you. This is the link. Here you go. Here this shows all the commands which will be used in this video, and yeah, so we'll start. First we'll go to the Cloud Shell. This is our home screen of our Azure environment. Here you can see the app service. So basically we can go here inside the app service. To create an app service, we can either use this command or we can use this command, but for this video we'll be doing from the Azure CLI, command prompt. So we'll use the Cloud Shell. So I've clicked on this button. Cloud Shell will be connected. So we'll maximize this. Okay, so we are ready to go. So first step is preparation. In the preparation, we will basically create some variables. These are the 4 variables which I will create, and I will assign some values to these variables. Let's see what are these different variables. First variable is git repo. It is storing a URL of GitHub repository which will be containing our code for this tutorial. Here you go. This is the code which we will be referring. Then our next step would be, or the next variable is the resource group, which will be storing the value of the name of the resource group, and then the app service plan, which is we can keep you can give any name to this, and then the web app name. Web app name I'm using a unique name, which is my web app Anurod. So first step would be to create a resource group. To create a resource group, we will use az group create command, and we'll define a location, and we will define the resource group name. So this is the syntax for this, and I will use this command. You can basically give any location which is acceptable in Azure. Values are assigned. Then we'll create a resource group. To create a resource group, we'll use az group create command with parameters as location. We are using West Europe as location, and the resource group. This resource group we have already defined earlier, that is my resource group. So our resource group is created. Next step would be to create app service plan. For this we are using az app service plan create command. In the parameters we are using name, resource group, and SKU. Name of our app service plan we have already defined in our previous step, that is my plan. So I'm directly using its value stored in its variable, and then resource group, and then SKU, that is S1. SKU for this, why we have chose S1 is basically it is a standard. S1 refers to standard tired, and it it is the minimum requirement for the deployment slot. So I'll run this command. So our app service plan is created with all the properties which you can see here. Our next step would be to create a web app. For that we'll use az web app create command with parameters as name. Name would be our web app name. Web app name we have already defined in our first step, that is this step, and this should be unique universally. So my web app name would be my web app Anurod, and then resource group name, and then the plan name which we have already created in our previous step. Okay, so our app service is also created with all the properties. Our next step would be to create a staging deployment slot. For that we'll use az web app deployment slot create. One important point is that you can find all these commands and their description on Microsoft Documents. You just need to search by, either you can just search by this name or you can search by this name, so you'll get the properties of different parameters also, and that will be a very good information or knowledge to gain. So I will use this this command. Basically I am creating a staging deployment slot. So here also I have defined the slot as staging, and I have used the resource group same, and web app we have already defined. Here you go, we have created the deployment slot also. Now we'll deploy our code to the staging deployment slot. To deploy our code, we will use az web app deployment source config command with some parameters, that is name of the web app, resource group or slot, that is staging, then our URL that is stored in this variable, then our branch which is master branch, and then a parameter manual integration. Okay, we are good to go. We have deployed our code on this staging deployment slot. Now how to check the URL? We can run the echo command, that is this one. Here the most important thing is to use -staging text in this command. It will give me a URL, that is this one. Here -staging refers to the staging environment. If we remove that, then that refers to the production environment. So this is my staging environment, and our code should have been deployed here. We'll just see. Yes, it is deployed here. If I just copy it into a new tab, and if I remove -staging, that will refer to the production environment. If I see, so this is the home page. That means our code is not deployed to the production, but rather it is currently defined or deployed to the staging, and this is what we actually wanted. Okay, so now we'll just swap the staging slot into the production. I will move our code from staging environment to the production environment. So this is the command which I will be using, that is az web app deployment slot swap, web app name, resource group, and slot name which is I am going to swap, that is the staging. Okay, so this command has also run. Now we'll see whether our code is deployed on this production or not. This was our staging environment. I haven't pressed enter yet, and ideally this should basically, now this hello world should disappear, and this is our production environment, and hello world should come here, means code should be deployed here. So first we'll see our staging environment. Is it reflecting? I press enter. Yes, it is reflecting. Our code has now in the staging environment our code is not there. Now let's see the production environment. In production, yes, so our code is now present on the production environment. So that's all. In this video we have basically created an app service, and then we have created a staging deployment slot. We have deployed a code on that staging slot, and then we have swapped the staging slot into production. And if you want to see the properties of this app service, you can just if I see here, now this app service is created and it is in running status. Location as we created our resource group in the West Europe location, and SKU we had selected as standard, and the app service plan name, that is my plan. And yeah, and you can click on this app service to further see its properties.